I'm on Clubhouse now, which is a new app that I have invites to, and none of you are getting invites. Clubhouse is an invite-only app. It's drop-in audio chat. It's a social network that's based on your voice, where people around the world come to network, talk to each other, have open conversations about the issues of the day. And I was sponsored by Michael Gruen, who is a Bitcoin guy. Also, he owns the Sway House, which is a TikTok house in Los Angeles. And he's a very funny guy who is a very successful entrepreneur, and he brought me on. And everybody on there, not everybody, but a lot of people on there are entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, investors, people that have come up with very successful apps, really, really successful people in the tech space. And a lot of the rooms are very fun. We goof around. They bring me on. I'm like, they invite me as a speaker. I'm a comedian. I throw in a funny line every few minutes. But reality, I listen. And some of the conversations are very interesting and informative, and some of them are terrifying. Because you're meeting your captors. Truly, you're getting into they're running the world. They're going to run the world. They're going to win. When they talk, they have this very cold-blooded, some of them say, well, we have to put guardrails up online, don't we? And you're like, God, they're going to win. It's terrifying, but they're going to win. But it really is. For a guy like me, I'm listening to my cat. It would be like if there was an app in the 1800s where slaves could ask questions to their masters. So you're shackled in a barn and you get to go on an app and go, what do we think tomorrow? Is it field tomorrow? And they go, well, production has been very low, and we do blame the weather, but a lot of that is because we feel that the manpower is lacking. So we are going to get in the field tomorrow, and then we're going to try to streamline that, and we're going to really try to cover all of our bases. I think what is really important is that we build an infrastructure, and then you're sitting there as a slave, and you go, yeah, that sounds good. One day I'll be a master. I'm going to own a plantation one day, and I'll shackle people up in a barn and tell them what they can and can't say and how they can say it. It is a little terrifying on there, and it's fun, and it's funny, but when you hear these people talk, they love the pandemic. I mean, they're gushing. One guy goes, there's going to be a pandemic now every 5 years. It's just the way the world is now. It's just the way the world is. Everyone's going to have to wear masks forever. We were sharing way too many germs before. Everybody, stay in your house, stay online, and use our app. Use our app. The world is now different. And all the things that can make the world livable, coincidentally, are all the things we've invested in. Isn't that nice? Don't go outside. There's new strains. Every day is another strain. The Andromeda strain. They're all coming from Brazil, from Africa. Yeah, it's coming. They're all coming. The strains won't end. And then these people on this app are talking about the new world that everyone will live in, which will be digital forever. It is the dystopian nightmare that you feared. They are preparing it for you as you sleep. Truly, they are. And not to sound too crazy about it, but when you hear these people talk, and they're not emotional, it's very cold, it's calculated. They're just like, this is how it is now. We're living in the world of pandemics. We're going to get one all the time. They're going to be here. And in order to live with this new world, we're going to have to distance. We're going to have to use our infrastructure that we've built. This is what you have to use. You have to be online all the time using our apps to make a living, to do anything. And by the way, if you get a little wacky, we're going to delete you. Delete. And where are you going to go? There's nowhere for you to go. There's nowhere for you to go because you're going to get another strain. Don't walk into an office. The strain's coming. Oh, that's the strain from Pakistan. Ooh. Oh. It's the Pakistani strain. So you have no other option. Create your own Twitter. People went on Parler. They said, fuck that. Well, you can make money in the market if you want. Buy stocks. Fuck that. We'll turn that off. And pretty soon, and it's already happening, it's like, we'll just start deleting your ability to earn a living if we so choose. This is enforced compliance. And the guys that are on the other side of that, guys like Eric Weinstein, who's on Clubhouse all the time, who's a really brilliant guy. He talks, 19, 20 hours a day on Clubhouse every day. And it's still not enough. You know, it's like Tulsi Gabbard was in a room with him and somebody would ask her a question and they'd be like, Tulsi, what's it like running a presidential campaign? And Weinstein jumps in. He's like, here's what Tulsi learned. You're like, wait, what? But he is an ally, right? Eric Weinstein actually doesn't want this. And you hope that he wins, but I don't know if he will because the other side seems to be very competent. And they seem to be. And this is just listening on this app, which I spend 3 or 4 hours on a night because it's fucking fascinating. And I do a little joke every now and then. Everybody goes, oh, Tim's a comedian. Isn't that funny? But I'm a roach in there. They look at me like a roach. I'm like a jester that they bring out like, hey, make everyone laugh. And then we're going to talk about, the type of shackles that we get that's going to go right around the arm. Yeah, we got a good one. We're saving money on metal. So the chain, we're switching from metal. We're going to do an elastic chain. It's like a polymer. So you feel like you can go somewhere, but it snaps you back. So, and that's what they talk about. And then every now and then I come in and I make a joke and I'm like, well, what about a polymer chain? And they go, ha, ha, ha. But to listen to them, it's a little disturbing. It's a little disturbing how into it they are in terms of like, this pandemic. There's no end in sight and never will be. There's never going to be an end. And again, it's not this like vast conspiracy. This is how these fuckers make their money. This is how they're going to make their money, and they're going to pretend that they're the greatest people that have ever lived, and they've ushered humanity into this new era of not being able to leave your home or speak. And it's for your own good. They're crying on CNBC because they're worried about you, because they care about you. You're not going to be able to speak or buy stocks or leave your house because they care. Don't ever forget that. This is wrapped up in altruism in a way that like nothing ever. Finance guys are like cuddly Care Bears compared to the tech people. Finance guys are like, yeah, we're here to rob you. They're clumsy. They're idiots. This fat fuck on CNBC's crying. He's clearly a goon. You can identify him and go goon. They wear pinstripe suits. I mean, they might as well be the Monopoly guy. You could see them coming a mile away, these finance guys. Or even though they're in their jeans now, these hedge fund douchebags with their fucking aviators, you still can see them and know. But the tech people really are utopians. They are creating a new world, and they just might let you live in it. They just might let you live in that world for a little bit until you get visibly upset, and that's when they're going to have to get you out of there. That's when they're going to have to open the trap door and you, done. And you hear that when somebody said to me, and this was a big, big person who said, we need to put guardrails up online, I get a little heart flutter, a little palpitation. I'm like, what do you mean by that? And then later on, a guy comes in and goes, listen, we're going to have another pandemic every 5 years. So we're never going to be able to go back to living the way we used to live. We shared way too many germs. Work is going to be exclusively from home. You're going to have to use these applications. This is the way we're going to do things now. This is the wave of the future. Friends are gone unless they're digital. I mean, it's really wild to hit, the vaccines are coming, and some of them we need, without a doubt, but they're coming. There'll be 12 of them. You won't know which one to get. There'll be different vaccines, different vaccine for every season. It'll be like Fashion Week with needles. What's the spring line look like? Are you getting a summer vaccine? What's the Gucci will start making them soon. They'll have vaccines from everybody. And that's it. And public health policy and tech policy is all going to be fused together, and it's all going to be to help you. It's all going to be for you. That's all. And there's going to be a cartel of companies that you have to do business with to exist on this planet. And if you choose not to, and I remember when, I would talk to people, and this was years ago, and we've even talked to them on the show, where they'd go, no, what's coming is fully autonomous cities where everything is delivered to you via drone. You don't really need to leave. If you leave, there's like a park you can go to. That'll be monitored. There'll be cameras everywhere. You're going to be listened to. The Alexa will just be the beginning. Every single appliance in your house will be a smart appliance to listen to everything you say. They'll use that information to market things to you, which will be delivered by drone. And then if you go on, there'll be social credit scores similar to China. Are you a team player or are you disgruntled? Are you antisocial? And what the line of that is they're going to keep moving it. They're going to keep moving the line of what's considered antisocial, what's considered a problem. And it's just it'll stifle all art, which is already dead. Let's be very honest. There's very few things out there that you go, God, is that good? God, was that good? It's going to be what you see now. TikTok, people dancing, buy the merch. I'm going to dance in a stairwell, in a mansion. And that's it. That's what you're going to get. You'll get movies that are a little more than SpawnCon. You're going to just get SpawnCon, So, yeah, it'll be vaccine SpawnCon. You'll just watch your favorite Avenger get vaccinated. Even the Hulk needs a shot. Don't worry, it's coming. Folks, being on this app for 3 fucking days, it's coming tomorrow. It's not coming in 6 months or a year. It's here. You just don't know it yet. I'm telling you right now, everything you see now is so insane. Pregnant people, not pregnant women, pregnant people. Tweet, a man can't get pregnant. You'll lose your account. You will lose your account. You're a TERF. You're a biological essentialist. I'm telling you right now, this disease is gotten to the brain. It's spread. It's like a doctor sitting you down and going, the disease has spread. There's not going to be any let up, really. And I was like so taken back by how cold and calculated a lot of these people are in these apps and how they really, truly believe that they're doing the right thing for you. They truly believe that. They actually believe it. It's not like a bunch of Wall Street guys in the room going, yeah, we're getting over. Right. It's true believers. It's a cult. And they believe that the world should look a certain way. And if you fit into that, you fit into that. And if you do not fit into that, you are going away. You're going to go away. And, these articles come out. We've talked about them with Whitney Webb, where they go, listen, you're going to own nothing. You're going to be happy. You're not going to own a car. You won't own a house. Good luck. You might not own stock. You're not going to own a business. You won't own your own body soon because they'll tell you what has to go into that, what's allowed, what's not allowed. And this is the future. And I've never been more convinced of it than spending time on that app. And the app is fun. It's fun hearing how it's going to happen. It is fun. Isn't that sick? It's actually fun hearing how they're going to get ya. It's amusing. It's better than TV. Stop watching Ozark. Listen to your captors. They're telling you. They are telling you. You don't need the next season. Oh, but to Marty and Wendy figure out. Who cares? These people are telling you how they're going to shackle you to a floorboard. Listen to them. I'm telling you. Don't make the mistake. Don't make the mistake of ignoring them when they talk. Don't ignore what is going to be the future of your life and your children's life. I wish it wasn't fun, because it is fun going, that's a good idea. How are you going to remove all my freedom little by little? And I'll thank you for it. I'll thank you. Thank you for this. That's what they want. Elizabeth Warren wants you to thank her for telling you can't make any money. She wants you to come and say, thank you for protecting me from prosperity. Thank you for protecting me from earning $1. Thank God I was about to earn $40,000 and maybe pay down some student debt and help my mother out. Thank Christ you got in the way of that. Whoof. That's truly where we're at now as a country. But that Clubhouse app, man, it's a lot of fun, except our friend keeps ruining it. We have this friend, Alex, who keeps ruining it. He jumps into every room. You got to get invited to these rooms. And I want new friends. I want to be friends with the captors. I want to be friends with them. Some of these people are so young. They're in their early 20s. They started a hedge fund at like 4 years old. Oh, yeah. Very wealthy. Yeah, their Instagram pictures like them tongue-kissing Joe Biden. These people are connected. I want those. I want to be friends with them. I want to be friends with the captors. So every now and then they could let me out of the cage and I'll do a dance and then they bring me right back in. And I go, can I stay on the property tonight? They go, not tonight, back in the cage, but we really enjoyed the show. And I go, okay, thank you. Because you'll say thank you. Thank you. And they go, please vaccinate Tim on the way back. So he forgets everything that happened. But I'm trying to make friends. And then Alex keeps ruining it by jumping in and not shutting his goddamn mouth. Shut your mouth, Alex. I'm known a little bit on this thing because I'm a comedian. So, like, sometimes they let me in the rooms and they wouldn't know who I am. Some of them know who I am because I've done Rogan a bunch. They're all like, we want Rogan to be on Clubhouse. I spoke to him. He's like, I'm busy, man. Fuck that, man. Yeah, he's never going to be on Clubhouse, dummy. But, like, we're talking to Tulsi on there and we're talking to Eric Weinstein. It's a lot of fun. It's the future. Yeah. And it's fun. But some of those rooms in there, you're like, whoo. It's going to get interesting going forward. It will.